Okay guys, so I'm back with freshly washed hair, and I'm just gonna show you guys what my hair looks like before the braid out. It still has to dry a little more because you don't want to start out on, you know, wet hair, moderately wet hair. You want it to be more dry than wet because we're going to be adding moisture as we go. So this is what my hair looks like. I'm just going to put it back the way I had it and tang it until it gets a little more dry. Okay, I'm back. So my hair should be nice and dry to my liking. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. So first, we need to determine where we want our part. I usually go down the center of my head, like right here. You can do a side part if you like a little, you know, swoop or hang time right there in your face, but I like to go from the center. Okay, now, good rule of thumb is when you're combing your hair, start from the end and work your way up to the root. So, like, that didn't take me very long, did it, to comb out? I think it's because, like, my ends are trimmed so my comb doesn't get, like, stuck or anything. But anywho, so we got my hair combed out, and the part is where I want it to be. So now I need some hair ties. Okay, I'm back with the hair ties. These are ouchless hair ties. Very important that you get ouchless because these don't snag your hair and they won't pull your hair out. So, okay. Now, you know how some people like have to fluff their hair out in the back because they have a long part in the middle and they don't want it to show like their braid out parts, so you end up getting frizz from fluffing it out too much. Well, what I like to do is not part my hair down the center, but kind of go like off center, like that. That way I don't have like a very prominent part down the center of the back of my head. So I'm just gonna start on the right side and tie the rest of my hair down and out of the way. Okay, so what I like to do from here is go ahead and moisturize my hair by sections. And I don't know, some people like to do the liquid oil cream. I don't go by any particular order. Normally I just do whatever I grab first. Right now today I'm grabbing cream first. So I'm just going to try to get every strand, and seeing that I have a part already, I can take some oil and I just pour it in my hand. Sometimes I take multiple fingers like this and just massage my scalp with the with the oil like that. All right, and the excess oil can go straight down the strands just like this. Okay. And if your hair like gets a little too dry for you while you're going, just get you like a spray bottle and spritz your hair along the way. My hair is still kind of damp, so right now I don't feel like I need to add any extra water. I might have to while we're going, but right now it's actually okay. Just going through my hair, trying to get it moisturized. Let's start braiding. We don't want the hair to be crunchy or anything, you know. Okay, so we have this whole section over here very moisturized. It's looking good. Okay, so what I like to do is start from the front of my hair braiding. We're gonna parts, and these parts don't have to be neat. I just like them to be neat so that I ensure that I don't snag any hair while I'm taking my hair down after it's finished setting. So let's go ahead and start braiding. Some rubber bands for this one. 1 second, I'll be right back. Now these are not the best rubber bands for your hair, but since I have oil on my hair, they never pull my hair out. But it's up to you what kind of rubber bands you want to use, if you need rubber bands. But you see how thick my parts are, right? I'm not going super thin, but this also depends on how, I guess how much volume you want, or how thick you want your curls to be. But this is the size I tend to gravitate more toward. So, but it's up to you. So, just adding a little more cream because it didn't feel as moisturized up there. Now, if your hair is starting to snag like toward the ends, just stop like this in the middle of the braid and comb it out. Don't pull or yank your hair out, you know. But yeah, like every time I go on my regrowth journey, I've done it a few times. This is more the protective style that I use. Like if I'm just gonna be in the house for a few days, I don't take my hair down. I just leave it in the braids until I get ready to like go out or something. So I also do twists. Twists were really my go-to style. But once I grow my hair out more and get rid of a lot of the damage or all of the damaged parts, then I'll show you guys how I do my twists. So you stick with me and subscribe, you will get to see that. Okay. So okay. And this is a really fast go-to style depending on the length of your hair. Even when my hair was longer, it didn't take me very long to do this. Like, I used to do it like every other night or every 3 days just to keep it, you know, looking kind of new. Because I'm kind of rough on my braid outs. I'm not even gonna front. Sometimes I am rough. I don't maintain them like they could be maintained. But for the sake of this video, I might try to actually take care of the braid out and see how long it lasts, like, you know, and then come back and tell you how many days the braid out lasted for me, because I really don't know. Another thing, guys, when you reach the end, if you're using rubber bands like me, if your hair doesn't curl up at the ends, like mine doesn't because it's straight damaged ends, just take your rubber band and kind of like loop your hair back up like that. That way when you take your braid out down, the ends won't be straight. They'll kind of form like the braid. It's just a smoke and mirrors type of thing. Alright, getting somewhere. I only have like 2 or 3 more braids to go. Make sure you're doing even parts. Like I said, if your hair is getting dry, just add more moisture as you go. Okay, so one thing I wanted to point out, like when I'm in the front of my hair, because this is the most important part, is what everybody looks at when they look at you. So I like to, when I start my braid, go under and then pull the front of your hair inside of the braid. It gives a more, like a cleaner look when you take your hair down. So that's how I start the braid. And when you're parting the other side, notice that I try to part the same as I did on the other side, just so the braid comes out as even as possible all around my head. Tips, and then I go in and massage it into my scalp. Okay, now I am in the back of my head, and as you guys saw, I was kind of struggling if I wanted to make this one braid or two. It's too much hair back here to make it one braid, because if I make it one braid, the hair is going to be frizzy. So what you do to remedy that, remember in the beginning, toward the beginning of the video, I told you to try to avoid parting down the middle. So what I'm doing is kind of making a really zigzag type of part down the middle, so it's just not a straight line going down the back of my head. That way it'll be easier for you to like disguise the part. So I'm going to make this 2 braids, but I have kind of modified the part in the middle. Okay. And truly, you can dip. If you have these type of rubber bands and you're afraid that you're gonna pull your hair out when you take the rubber bands off, which I'm telling you, I use them all the time, and I don't notice any breakage or hair loss. But that's because my braids are kind of large, and also I don't leave them on for weeks, and my hair is moisturized and has oil on it. So but if you're extra cautious about it, just dip the rubber bands in oil and they'll slide right off. Or when you go to take the rubber bands off, just put oil on your fingertips and the rubber band will come right off. No problem. And I'll probably show you that when we go to reveal the final results of the braid out. Okie dokie. That's it. So I'm going to take some of my main choice growth oil and just go down the middle of my head. Rub that in for some no. Okay, now most important key point here to a perfect braid out is letting your hair dry. Okay, you know, if you have somewhere you need to be and you know your hair does not dry you know, within that time frame, try either braiding your hair earlier or try another style. Otherwise your braid out is going to come out frizzy and it probably won't last. So the best thing to do is to do a braid out when you have sufficient time to let the hair dry all the way. Okay, now different hair types dry in different, you know, takes different times to dry. My hair, I usually try to do my braid out the night before and I'll take it down like the next day, but I usually allow my hair overnight to dry. And don't tie it too tight that it cuts off your circulation. I used to have a problem with that. First of all, I like this cheetah print or whatever. Yeah, this cheetah. I like this cheetah print. That's why I like to tie it up mainly. But I usually use it to tie and lay my edges. But I'm just gonna tie this because it's pretty and I like it. Period. But if you have hang time, like my hair is really short right now. If you have hang time in the back, just take a portion of your hair and kind of tuck it towards that way. Tuck the left side of your hair to the right and tuck the right to the left. Because if you leave them down and you put a bonnet on, it puts a crease in your hair and we don't want that. So try to lay it flat in the back, just crisscross it kind of, okay? Then put your bonnet on. So I'll see you guys in the morning or tomorrow afternoon for the big reveal, and see you there. Okay guys, so I'm back. I'm just gonna take off my scarf. So this is how it's looking, nice and laid. So I like to start like first take all the rubber bands off. If you want, you can like put some oil on your fingertips just to help the rubber bands come off a little smoother. I'll take the front down last. You could even leave it like this. I think I'm going to actually take down this part. And I use the tip of the comb to fluff just enough to disguise the parts. That's it. I don't go through and comb out the braid out or anything. I let nature do that. Okay, and that's it. So now we're going to go in with our Style Factor Edge Booster. Uh-oh. Bear with me. Okay, here we go. I've used quite a bit of this. I don't think it's, wait a minute, y'all. I'm back. So Style Factor is actually my favorite edge control right now, but since I left the top off of it and it kind of dried out, we're gonna use this 24-hour edge tamer by Even instead. So I'm just gonna go in, get a little bit on my finger and kind of just put enough, just, then I like to use this comb instead of a brush, just because brushes tend to take your edges out because the bristles are so, you know, so together that they pull your edges, and I don't have time to be losing edges. So, but if you know how to do your edges, do them the way you like. So, and just do that. I hope you guys can see this because there's not much light in here right now.